Can we talk about closure for a second? Because I think we have collectively decided that we cannot move on from anything unless the person or situation that hurt us gives us a satisfying explanation for why they did it. And I need to tell you something as someone who has waited for that explanation more than once. It's not coming. And even if it did, it's not going to do what you think it would. Closure is not something someone else gives you, it's something that you decide. So let us start with the obvious one, the ex, the situationship, the almost relationship that ended without a conversation, the person who just stopped responding, and you've been constructing explanations in your mind ever since. You want them to sit across from you and say, here is exactly why I did what I did. Here is the specific thing that happened. Here is the reason that makes it make sense. And I don't know, maybe you think that if they just said the right thing, you could finally let it go. But here's what actually happens when people get the closure conversation that they've been waiting for and dying for and craving for. It's never enough. They say the thing and you find a new question. Or the answer doesn't match the story that you built in your head, and now you have to grieve both the relationship and the version of it that you invented. And worst of all, they give you a perfectly reasonable explanation and you still feel exactly the same. Because the pain was never, it was never really about the explanation. The pain was about what the situation confirmed about yourself, that you were not enough, that you were too much, that people leave, that love is conditional, that you cannot trust your own judgment. You know, those are not things a conversation fixes. Those are things that live in your nervous system, in your subconscious, in the stories about yourself that were written long before this person ever showed up. Now, this is the part that I really want to talk about because for a lot of us, the closure we are actually looking for has nothing to do with an ex or a friend or the situationship. It's actually from our childhood. The parent who was emotionally unavailable and never acknowledged it, that thing that happened that nobody ever talked about, the version of you that needed something specific and did not get it and has been looking for that in every relationship ever since. You're waiting for your mother to say, see, I know how I affected you. You're waiting for your father to say, I know I was not there for you when you needed it. For that one family member to acknowledge what happened and what it cost you. And maybe they will. Some people get that. But a lot of people do not. A lot of people have parents who genuinely do not have the self awareness or the vocabulary emotionally to give them what they need, who did the best they could with what they had, which was not enough, and who will never fully understand why their child is carrying something heavy. And you can spend your whole life waiting for that acknowledgement, or you can decide that your healing does not require their participation. Not because what happened was okay, but because your life is happening right now, and you are the only one who can choose what to do with what you were given. Here's what closure actually is, and no one talks about it enough. It's not an event, it's not a conversation, it's not a text, a letter, a confrontation, or an apology. It is a moment, it is the moment you decide that your piece is more important than their explanation. That's it. It is a decision, unilateral, made entirely by you, requiring nothing from the other person. And I know that sounds incredibly frustrating because it feels like they get away with it. Like you are doing the work of healing something that they caused without them having to do anything. And yes, that is exactly what is happening, but here is the alternative. You wait indefinitely for something that may never come. And while you are waiting, you are not healing. You are just on hold. Your life is on hold, your nervous system is on hold, your ability to trust people, to open up, to build something new, all of it is suspended while you wait for someone who may never give you what you need. That is the real cost for waiting for closure. Not the pain of not having it, but the actual time that you spend and waste waiting for it. So, what do you actually do with that? You grieve without their permission. You acknowledge what happened, what it cost you, what you needed, what you did not get, without requiring the other person to be present for that process. You feel the thing fully, not performing it, not aestheticizing it, actually feeling it in your body until it moves through. And then you make the decision. Not that it was okay. It does not have to be okay. That's fine. Not that you forgive them. Forgiveness is its own separate process and nobody owes it on a timeline, okay? Just that you are done waiting. Done waiting for the ex to explain himself. Done waiting for the parent to see you. Done waiting for the situation to resolve itself into something that makes sense. You give yourself closure. You say, I understand what happened. I understand what it cost me. I am not going to let it cost me any more time than it already has. And then you actually move. Not perfectly, not all at once. Just move. Because that's how you stop being on hold. That's all. That's it for this one, guys. I hope that resonated with even one person. And I hope you understand that you do not need closure from them. You need closure from the version of yourself that is still waiting for them to make it right, for them to make it okay. So give yourself permission to be done. I'll see you in the next one.